Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Ahmed? Good morning.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes,
All
sir,
right.
yes, I can hear.
All right. Perfect. All right, guys. We're just waiting for people to come in. Your mic is broken, so you will answer in the chat. Okay, Farid. All right. Okay, so we're just going to take the attendance right away and start. Okay. The date is 9. Okay. Okay, Abdullah. Abdullah, are you there? He's not here. Okay. Adam. Adam.
Yes, ma'am.
Ahmed Amr.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Ahmed Sharif.
Yes, Miss. Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ahmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Iyad, he's not here. Farida is here. Hamza. He's not here. Huda.
Here.
Okay. Jomana.
Yes.
Okay. Karma Hazem. I can't see her. Okay. Laura.
Yes.
Hamza, did you join us?
Yes.
Okay. Layla. Layla's not here. Muhammad Izzat.
Yes.
Okay. Maryam Mu'taz.
Yes.
Omar Gamal. I cannot see Omar. Ruqayya. She is here, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Ziad Tamer. He's not here. Ziad Hussein. I don't think he's here too. Zain.
Miss, did you call my name?
Yes, Abdul.
I'm right here.
All right. And Karma. Karma?
Yes.
Okay, your mic is broken, Zain. Okay, but you're here. And Mona. Is Mona here? Mona? I can't see your name, but I need anything, a chat. Send me in the chat or open your mic. Do anything, please. Okay. So last time, guys, we were talking about the neutralization process, and we were talking about how can or what is the when the reaction between the acid and the alkali occur, water and salt comes out of it, and both salt and water are neutral products, which means that they the pH number of them is 7. Okay, did anyone watch? I made a recorded session for you guys, right? Huh? Someone? Hello? Yes, did you see the recorded session?
I did.
You did? Okay, anyone else saw the recorded
Yes.
session?
Me.
Okay, I was asking, why didn't you answer me?
I
So-
did, but I did, but I didn't finish it
Why?
because the net were.
Because the net وقع. All right. Yeah, this is very convincing. All right. So I will just check how many of you guys actually watched it. Let's see. So the people who watched it are 6 people, and those 6 people are Ruqayya, Lara, Adam, Farida, Ahmed Sharif, and Hamza Khalid. Did you actually watch it? Ruqayya, oh, this is Ruqayya Muhammad from 6A. The rest are from your class. So Laura, Adam, Farida, Ahmed, and Hamza, did you actually watch the recorded session?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Me too, يا miss. I saw the recorded session.
Who are you?
I'm Adam.
You saw the recorded session?
Yes.
Okay, very good. The problem is, guys, is that this recorded session is extremely important because this is the session that you know how to name the salt that comes out of any of the reaction between acids and alkalis. And what do I mean by this? I mean that I just don't say that acid plus alkali equals salt plus water. No, I will actually give you some examples of acids and alkalis, and I want you to tell me or give me the resulted salt that comes out of this reaction. For example, I will tell you what is the salt that will result from the reaction between hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide. So this is what I was explaining in the session. Okay, I have a lot of chat. I couldn't. I watched. I did, yes, and we answered in there. Yes, this is Farid. All right, very good. And there is, yes, there was a question in the resource pack that I answered in the recorded session. Okay, so it's very important, guys, that you watch the recorded session because you have to answer what we answered and you have to know how to answer it. Okay, so after this session, please go and rewatch the recorded session. I'm not going to repeat what I explained in the recorded session. I did not make this effort to repeat it again now, and to respect the people who actually went to watch it. And by the way, I thank you guys, the people who watched it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to start from where I stopped last time. So in the recorded session, we learned how can we name the salt that comes out of the reaction between the acids and alkalis. And again, I'm not only asking about the general equation. The general equation is acid plus alkali equals salt plus water. Okay, this is what we call the neutralization reaction. This is not only what I want. I will actually, as I told you, give you two one alkali and one acid, and I will ask you to give me the result. So this is something that you have to practice in order to get it right, because it's a little bit confusing. All right. And that was the question that we answered, except D, because we did not explain D yet. So this is what we're going to, where we're going to start. All right, so we said that the neutralization reaction is the reaction between acids and alkalis. And why do we call it neutralization reaction? This is because once the acid and alkali react with each other, they produce two products. Both of them are neutral. What does that mean? It means that once we measure their pH, you find that their pH is 7. They are not acids and they're not alkalis. Okay, and this is where the irony comes from, because the beginning of the reaction was between acids and alkalis, and eventually the result of the two reacting together is a neutral or two neutral products. Okay, so right here we are going to take one kind of alkali that we did not talk about before, okay, which is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is not an alkali that is well known as the rest of the alkalis, because the rest of the alkalis, I told you that you have to have the word hydroxide in it. This way you know that this is an alkali. But some alkalis, they actually do not have this part. It doesn't necessarily have to be a compound that have the word hydroxide in it so that you can call it an alkali. Some of the alkalis do not have hydroxide or the word hydroxide in it. Like what? Like sodium hydrogen carbonate, or its well-known name is sodium bicarbonate. And by the way, sodium bicarbonate is the baking soda, the one that people who cook put in the cookies or put in some cakes in order to make the cake or the cookies a little bit, you know, like gets higher. This is what they add to. They add sodium hydrogen carbonate, or its other name is sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is an alkali. Okay, so sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, it's a white solid, and we do not consider it like as we say, I mean a frank alkali. It is an alkali, but a very weak alkali, and this is why we do not consider it an alkali that much. We cannot say that it's a pure alkali. Okay, so it is not an it is an alkali, but it's a very, very weak alkali that even scientists did not consider it an alkali. Do you understand this part, guys? Huh? Guys, are you there? Because I keep calling you and no one
Miss,
answers
but even
back.
if it's weak, it's still an alkali.
Yes, but sometimes some acids and some alkalis are extremely weak that scientists start to consider them some other types. Some of them actually consider them salt. Can you imagine this? So they are not like pure alkali. Okay, you have to put this in your mind so that you won't get confused. All right, Omar?
Okay.
Okay. So sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate is the baking soda that we add to anything that we bake. Okay. So when it is dissolved in water, it starts to produce the strong alkali that we want. Do you see the trick, Omar? Where?
Yes.
So at the beginning, it's actually more of a salt than an alkali. It's a very weak alkali. But once we add it to water, a chemical reaction will occur with water, and it will produce the alkali that we want, and that will what will react with acids. Okay, so I will add sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate to hydrochloric acid. Okay, I will bring the white solid and I will add hydrochloric acid to it. What will it produce? It will produce, according to the just give me 1 second. According to the chemical reaction between them, they will produce one sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate react with hydrochloric acid. It will give me sodium chloride, water, and carbon dioxide. And this reaction, you should memorize it as it is, because it's much different than the previous reactions that we learned about in the recorded session. In the recorded session, we were talking about strong alkalis and strong acids reacting together. So there was no problem, and there was a rule that we're going to apply to, and it will help us to know what is the result of this reaction. This one is a little bit different. It's an exception. And this is why we have to memorize it as it is. The reaction between sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate with hydrochloric acid, the result will be sodium chloride, which is a salt, carbon dioxide, which is a gas, and water. And all three of them, especially sodium chloride and water, is of course neutral. Okay, so again, what will be the result from the chemical reaction between sodium hydrogen carbonate and hydrochloric acid? It will give me, instead of 2 products as the previous reactions, it will give me 3 products. What are those 3 products? Sodium chloride, carbon dioxide, and water. Sodium chloride is a salt, carbon dioxide is a gas, and water is just a neutral solution that we all know about. What is sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate? It's a white solid that we use in baking. Is it an alkali? It's a very weak one, so we're not going to consider it an alkali. It is not an alkali until you add water to it. Once you add water to it, it changes into alkali, or it reacts with water and produces an alkali. What is the reaction? The reaction will be sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. Both are the same thing, but they have 2 different names, plus hydrochloric acid. What? Okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate plus hydrochloric acid. What will it give me? It will give me, instead of the normal neutralization reaction, which gives us only 2 products. No, in this one, it will give me 3 products. What are those 3 products? Sodium chloride, which is a salt, carbon dioxide, which is a gas, and water. Farida is asking a question. If we add sodium bicarbonate and sulfuric acid, it will give us, yes, it will give us sodium sulfate, which is the salt, with carbon dioxide and water also, Farida. Okay, it's like exactly like what, like when I told you in the recorded session that you have to cancel the word hydroxide, and then you go through the whole process again in order to find out what the salt is. But instead here, instead of removing the word hydroxide, you're going to remove the word hydrogen carbonate. Okay, and you will use only the first thing. So what you're going is that you're going to use the word sodium, and instead of hydrochloric acid, you're using sulfuric acid, so it's going to be sulfate. Do you understand, Farida? Okay, very good. All right, so sodium hydrogen carbonate plus hydrochloric acid, it gives us sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. All right. So we will get back now to page to question number 10 in page in page what? In page in page 36. Yes, I want you guys to open page 36. Yes, thank you, Farid. Page 36. Did you open page 36, guys? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. The last question in question 10, I left it in the recorded session. I told you that we're going to do it together next session. Yes, Hamza. The next session, which is this one. Sodium hydrogen carbonate plus sulfuric acid. And this is what Farida was asking about. Okay. There is a table that you will find in the last session. And you will find it too in the PowerPoint. This PowerPoint is already uploaded in, I think, the week before last week. Anyway, I'm going to upload it to you again this week so that you can easily find it. And you will find this table. This table shows us what part of the acid are we going to use while naming the salt. Of course, only the people who watched the recorded session will understand what I'm saying. The people who did not watch will not understand until they watch the recorded session. So you have to watch the recorded session. And I will check again tomorrow if everyone watched it or not. I am not going to repeat what I said in the recorded session. All right? Okay, so this table shows us when you have an acid that is reacting with an alkali, how will its name change so that it can fit the salt that will come out of the reaction. So now you have the sodium hydrogen carbonate plus sulfuric acid. Who would like to answer this? Who raise your hand, please, if you want to answer this. Hey, who would like to answer this? Of course, Farida will raise her hand because she's. Thank you so much, Farida. Hey, what about the rest? What about the rest? Hey, come on, guys. I even answered it today. Someone else raised their hands. Abdul. Okay, Abdul. Hey, tell me. How will the reaction look like? Abdullah Ilham. Yes. So what should I write? First, what are the reactants, Abdullah?
Miss, I actually don't know the answer. I raised my hand with that.
You raised your hand. Why?
But by accident.
By accident. Oh, okay. Okay. So Farida, what are the reactants? Farida, I will let you answer, but I need you to tell me what are the reactants first. Huh? What are the reactants? The reactants is, as I told you, the products that will react with each other. Anything before the arrow. So what are the reactants? You can find them or you can write them. Yes, sodium hydrogen carbonate plus sulfuric acid. Sodium What's wrong? It's not writing. Sodium, yes, sodium, hydrogen, carbonate, plus sulfuric acid. It will give me, instead of the normal two products, which is salt and water in all the previous neutralization reaction, here it will give me three products. And she wrote it for me. What are those three products? The products are yes, the products are sodium sulfate. Yes, sodium sulfate plus plus carbon dioxide, CO2,
And water.
plus water. Yes. Plus water. Very good. Sodium sulfate. And how did I know that sulfuric acid is going to be sulfate? From the table. The people, again, who watch the recorded session will understand what I'm talking about. Okay? So sulfuric acid turns into sulfate. Hydrochloric acid, huh? Who can tell me hydrochloric acid turns into what? Huh? Who remembers hydrochloric acid?
Chloride.
Chloride. Very good, Hamza. And what about nitric acid? Yes, Laura. Do you know the nitric acid turns?
Nitrate.
Nitrate. Nitrate. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So we have learned about, we're done here. Yes, we have learned about how can we write the name of the salt. Okay, we have learned about how can we write the whole neutralization reaction, whether it is with a normal alkali or with such a product as the sodium hydrogen carbonate or the sodium bicarbonate. Okay, now right here we have another thing. Okay, right here we have another product that is not a pure alkali or not an alkali or one of the strong alkalis that we know about, which is what? Which is calcium carbonate. And by the way, calcium carbonate is also a salt that once you put it in water, it turns into an alkali. It's the same as the sodium hydrogen carbonate or the sodium bicarbonate. So calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid. I want someone to guess what will be the name of the salt that will come out of this one. Hey, who can guess with me what is the name of the salt that will come out of this one? Hey, any guessing? Please. It's the same as the previous one. We're not going to do anything else. There is nothing new. Hey, some people are raising their hands. Abdullah, did you raise it by mistake or did you know the answer now?
No, miss, I know it now.
Okay, very good. Hey, calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid. Hey, what will be the salt?
Okay.
What will
Calcium.
Calcium, very good. So you're going from this salt, you're going to take the word what? Calcium. Very good. What about
The calcium.
Yes, hydrochloric acid is going to turn.
Hydrochloric
Yes, it's going to turn
into calcium hydrochloric.
No, no. Hydrochloric acid turns into one
It will
word.
turn into
Even
water.
No, dear. No, no, no. Hydrochloric acid, we take a part of it in the naming, and even Hamza said it. Hamza, hey, can you tell me the name of the salt? Very good. So what is the name of the salt that will come out of this reaction? Tell me the whole name. What are you going to take from this part, Hamza? This one.
Calcium chloride.
Very good. So you're going to take the word calcium from here and you're going to turn the hydrochloric acid into chloride, correct? Yes, who's calling me?
Me just.
Yes.
Awesome.
Is there something wrong?
No.
Okay. So when does this end, guys? This ends at what time?
11:40.
11, no, 10:40, you mean? We started
Yes.
10. So the session ended?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just going quickly to give you this reaction. So the reaction, as Hamza said, thank you so much, Hamza, calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid, it will give us calcium chloride. Guys, please watch the recorded session because I feel like I'm in the desert. Only 4 or 5 people knows the answer. The rest, of course, does not know anything because they did not watch the recorded session. Calcium carbonate plus hydrochloric acid. It will give us calcium chloride plus water plus carbon dioxide, as we said in the previous reaction. Okay, so someone is telling me something in the chat. 1040, thank you. Yes, Farida, I know now. All right, so I'm going to give you a homework. And this homework will be page, yes, this one, which is page, this is page 28. Okay, so I want you to answer page 28, the whole page, question 2 and 3. All right, this will be your homework. Okay, and please watch the recorded session for the last time. Watch the recorded session. I will check your names again today by the end of the day and tomorrow. Okay? All right. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye.